Well, the answer is yes and no. The communities of Northern Ireland were actually the backbone of the peace process, because the communities in Northern Ireland did not allow our civil conflict to escalate into civil war. And they're actually part of the strength of Northern Ireland and its politics. And after our big political agreement in 1998, more and more the communities, Protestant and Catholic, Nationalist and Unionist, Irish and British, began to enter into deeper and deeper dialogue, and there's more and more levels of reconciliation. It does prove that people who come from very bitter and hurt experience can actually reach out and solve the human and personal relationships they have with the other side. But if you go into West Belfast, part of Belfast today, you will see walls that divide the two communities. And those walls are unchanged in 20 years, symbolising and telling us there's much more work to do in terms of reconciliation, peace building, and making people live and work together. Well, many people saw the conflict in Ireland as one of religion, between those who were Protestant Christian and those who were Catholic Christian. But that was not actually the case. The essence of the conflict was a conflict between two political identities. Mine, which is Irish and wanted the island of Ireland united, not divided, and a second community, the British, who valued the union with the United Kingdom and were loyal to the British Queen. And they were two political identities. And the wonder of our peace agreement is that there was an accommodation of those two political identities. Difference was accommodated in political and in other ways. Yes, there were religious overtones, but it was political in nature. And today, very few people go to church. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, virtually everybody went to church. But religion is not now as big an issue. And certainly the Catholic Church's influence in Ireland, not least because of scandals around abuse of children by members of the clergy, its influence is much changed. We're much more secular, but we're not as secular as we need to be as a progressive society on the edge of Europe. Yesterday at the event, I quoted a Belfast poet and writer called C.S. Lewis, who many people know from his children's writings. And C.S. Lewis wrote once time that between no hope and very little hope, there's a vast ocean of possibility. If you had asked people in Northern Ireland in 1968 or 1978 or 1988, would there be an end to violence and would there be a political agreement after centuries of dispute, they would have said absolutely not. Yet it happened in 1998, and now we have troubles back in Belfast and in Northern Ireland where we've not had a government for 600 days, but the overall project of peace building and reconciliation and government that serves the needs of the people, those are now the new pillars of Irish democracy. And even though we can't get into government again, I don't think we're going to pull back from those pillars of Irish democracy.